Good morning again, FlossTube. It's Cowgirl Kate here, and I've been slowly getting caught up with everyone else's videos. There's so many more new people that I need to really sit down with a pen and paper, get that sorted out, and start doing my shout-outs again. I promise that will happen. This video is just kind of a spur-of-the-moment kind of thing that I thought, wow, everybody's doing these Mirabilia parades. And I thought, well, that's so cool. I love seeing everybody's stash and haul and collections and stuff. And I've been, my main pattern obsession has been Mirabilia for 18, 19 years. So pretty much, with the exception of like the first, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, under a year of my entire stitching career. Those first few months I did the kits and stamped cross stitch, which I still love because I did a lot of embroidery as a child and through my teen years. I should dig that out. But anyway, that's kind of had a resurgence lately, but I'm getting off track here, sorry. So, you know, with the exception of the first few months, Mirabilia was the first designer that I had run into that I thought, oh, this could totally be my thing. So, I apologize if it's a bit much to deal with. So I'll try to keep this video short. But like I said, I've been collecting this stuff for almost closer to 20 years, so there's quite a bit of it. Miss Oh So Crafty, Stephanie, her and I were talking a little bit on her channel about the substitutions for the Enchanted Mermaid. So I promised her that I would go through my stuff and find out what all was, you know, what I had done for that, because way back when Enchanted Mermaid came out, that is what I did. I just started collecting different stuff and, you know, went from there because, yeah, the treasure packs were horribly expensive for her, and I have a hard time, you know, dropping that kind of cash on that idea right now. So I still am going to stick to my substitutions that I had planned for her back then. I want to say the last couple of years I've kind of slacked off of the collecting of the Mirabilia. I used to get them like soon as they would come in to my LNS, but now the LNS that I had nearby, I guess the closest one was only like a half hour away. They've closed now for a couple years, so I don't get the, you know, automatic shipment of the Mirabilias like I was used to. So that and, you know, of course, money-wise, just kind of slacked off for the last few years from collecting the Mirabilias, but I have a lot of catching up to do. So here's hoping for the future. Yeah, there's so many beautiful designs. I mean, how can you resist? It's just paper, and, you know, you gotta think about retirement. And I want to think about retirement, like, early. Like, you know, next week would be great. So without further ado, I'll start with the Enchanted Mermaid one. So I got a big box of stuff here. And this is the Enchanted Mermaid. Hoping that's not coming into the glare. But that is what she looks like. And I'm going to open it up and we'll get into the bling substitutions. So, for her, rather than focusing so much on the Swarovski crystals and all the treasures and stuff, I wanted to go for pearls. I like all of my mermaids to have real pearls, just because they're mermaids. Why wouldn't they? So that's pretty much been my primary focus for the Mirabilias. Now, Stephanie's question in particular was for the little tiny blue flower treasures. And I think, and I haven't sewed any of these on, as you can see, there's the fabric. But she was a Mania start for this 2016 Mania. She was a Mania start, so I don't have a lot going on her yet that I could sew the treasures on yet. But what I opted for, and I just need to find the end here so I don't have beads and such all over the place here. So I'm just looking for the ends. What I opted for was these. They are peridot stones, or peridot, however you say that. I picked them up at Hobby Lobby. There. Get up there close. I picked them up at Hobby Lobby. They weren't very expensive at all because they're just semi-precious stones. And I thought they would bring a little more of the green into her element because she has some green on her body, and these might be too pale, but you know, that's alright. I thought I would balance it out with the rest of it. You can see there's a green kind of crystal bead treasure there. I thought I could use those. These are called stick pearls, and they're basically just big, flat, genuine pearls. Also from Hobby Lobby, or Michael's or whatever. Not expensive. Well, I mean they can be, but not if you time it on a sale or have a coupon. These are some smaller little pearls, and I tried to get. Oh, there's the green. Did I grab? There we go. I tried to get as many different sizes as I could, and whatever is left over for her, you know, can certainly go on the other mermaids. I got these tiny little rice ones. And also I got these pale blue bicones. They were at Walmart. And I got some of the darker ones. So, and these. I've been collecting bling. I've been doing the substituting since the start of this whole endeavor. So, what do? You adapt, you move on, right? If something ain't gonna work, you find a way around it. So, and these bead treasures, these were all different colors of the Swarovski crystals. And the blues and grays, and thought that would look pretty with her. So, more green ones. And I got, this side, girl. And I just got different shapes. These I found at Walmart, oh gosh, years ago. Walmart used to have, they used to have some really nice beads and stones. What they have now is more costumey. I don't know. The value isn't the same as what they used to have, but I liked these because they're flattened. You can see that. I'm hoping that that's picking up. They're flattened, and so they lay really nice on the fabric. So I think they were called disc pearls. And if you would go to like Fire Mountain Gems, you can get a lot of education on pearls, and go from there. Just because. So anyway, that was kind of the gist of what I was planning to use for her in substitution for those little blue flowers. I was just going to try to pick up more of the green elements, and if that looked stupid, well, find something else. So that was what I had kind of set aside for her, and now I don't know when she'll get worked on again, but you know, she's the Mania start, so I have to, you know, feel some guilt, but I really don't. Anyway, Enchanted Mermaid. She is one of my mirror whips. And I'm going to go through the whips first, and then from there I'll go into the patterns, because I have a big boot box here that's, you know, crammed full of the patterns. So, you know, like I said, it's been almost 20 years. Next up is Adia the Garden Fairy. And I actually have her started twice. This is the original fabric that I got for her, which is Sage Jobelin. And she looked really lovely on it. It's a really soft green, but it was a solid. And then several years ago I started her over on a hand-dyed. And I really like the hand-dyed one, but I'm not ready to part with that whip just yet. It could turn into something, you know, something else. Here is Crystal Symphony. Now, I'm a fan of watching old-time, like, period dramas. You know, Pride and Prejudice, for example. That's one a lot of people know of. There's a movie called A Ghost in Monte Carlo. And I think it was made back in the 80s. And the acting is kind of cheesy, but oh my god, the costumes, the sets. I mean, they had this filmed on location, it looks like. But oh my god, the dresses. But anyway, there is a girl in the movie, I don't even remember her name, but her whole wardrobe was gray. Because she had this set of pearls inherited from her mother. She was an orphan, so she thought. And her mother left her this set of gray pearls, and it was like this big deal once they got to Monte Carlo, because they didn't tell anyone their names. But it's called A Ghost in Monte Carlo, and this is just, it reminds me of that movie so much. So I have actually ordered gray pearls for her necklace, because that's what I want to do this one with. So that's that one. And then here we got Deepest Love. Oh, she's sideways, sorry. There. And this one is a whip too. I started this one in Mania of this year. This one is Waiting for Ships. Now, I have finished this one already, but I'm currently working on, there we go, a conversion of her. I'm converting it to look like a koi, and then the mermaid would be more Asian. So that is my plan for this lady, or mermaid. But she's a lady, that counts. Let's see, Bianca Bella, and she is just kitted with her fabric and beads. I don't have any of her threads yet, so she's waiting. She's on the roster, but she's waiting. So we got in here Kirsten's Cinderella. I won't open that one up because you've already seen that one. This is the Queen of Peace original. I still have it's a very, very newish whip. I had converted her first into a gray dress with a pink sash. Then later on, I converted her to have the gray dress and a dark purple sash. I was actually using the needle paints threads, like some of the Celtic ladies use. I was using that for her sash, and it looks so good. But then, of course, the Raven version took over, and so that's the one for the gray and purple. In here, these are Kirsten's Mirabilia Queens. So, let's see, we got spring and the two summers are in here, and autumn is underneath the bed because she's on linen, so it's all rolled up. Let's see what else we got in here. Let's see, Gypsy Queen. Oh, I keep going the wrong way, I'm sorry. Gypsy Queen. She was supposed to be a Mirabilia start for Mania, but the fabric didn't work out that I chose for her, so she's back waiting. Waiting. Siren and the Shipwreck. Oh, there we go. She was also a Mania start. It was very mermaid heavy for my Mania this past round. And let's see what else we got all in here. Let's see. Oh, this big collection here is my conversion for Rose of Sharon. I've converted her to have a man and be in a red dress, so it kind of looks like they're almost doing a tango, but they're out there dancing or whatever. So that's for this one. What else we got in here? Way down in the depths. Oh, Kirsten's Cinderella stuff. It should be all together, and obviously I need to reorganize, don't I? Okay, this one. This is the Nora Corbett reindeer set. I'm missing a couple, but I got the sleigh, and when this L&S that was nearby me closed down, I bought up a lot of their fabric because they were selling yards of it, like for $10 a piece. All these, you know, hand-dyed fabrics and stuff. And so I was like, oh my god. So I went crazy, and I stocked up on my fabric. So they're all on this opalescent, and it's kind of a purpley, bluish, pinkish, very Northern Lights kind of fabric, but I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head. Sorry. But I thought that looked like, you know how the snow looks like just at dusk when everything kind of turns pink and purpley, and you know, it's just really pretty. So it just kind of reminded me that, yeah, well, that's when they'd be getting ready for takeoff if it was, you know, up at the North Pole. So that's what I picked for that one. Let's see. This one we got Mermaid of Atlantis. She's got some stuff covering up her face, but you kind of get an idea. And a lot of my patterns, if you see that red stripe through it, it means I picked it up for 50 cents. Because this same L&S that closed, they had this thing, if it wasn't their personal taste, they would chuck it in the clearance bin. And this would even be for new releases. So a lot of times I would find new patterns in the clearance bin for 50 cents. And just, you know, who doesn't love a bargain? This one's turned around, so I'm just switching it. But there is Persephone. This pattern was gifted to me by a secret stitcher, but I think I know who it was. So, thank you. So every time I work on this one, I, you know, tuck a little kind thought into the thread. So by the time she's all done, she'll have a lot of good thoughts going to that person. At least that's my hope. You know, my intention. I should work on that one more. And this one too. I'm just covering up because I got it open here and I don't want to show any of the pattern. This one here is actually Kirsten's Lady of the Mist. And she's got a whole bunch of it done. This was actually a gift that I had sent over for her. The chart, the thread, you know, the kit or whatever, for her birthday or Christmas, and I think it was her birthday. I sent a couple over for her birthday. But anyway, now it's come full circle. Here, I guess you can't see the pattern, but this is Fairy Roses, which was also one of Kirsten's. She liked using these big plastic envelopes. So she had quite a few of those that come over. This one is, ow. See, the thread's in the way, I can't read the pattern. Ugh. And I know Joe just finished her. Petal Fairy. That's Petal Fairy. She's waiting to go. Getting closer to the bottom of it here. Okay, here. This one is Lady of the Flag. Way back when this one came out, they had this fabric that was blue with stars. like bleached out or whatever, however they did the dye job. And it was so pretty, and that is what I totally wanted for her, but I didn't. I wasn't able to buy it back then. And that was kind of a blessing in disguise, because now I'd like to do her on something else. Yeah, and I think she'd look really good down in our basement, because that's all Wild West. All my Western artwork is down there. Very Americana kinds of, you know, stuff. Freedom, John Wayne, that sort of thing. So she would fit in very well in that area. I need to find the very perfectest fabric for that. This one is Fairy Moon. And this was a gift from Kirsten. And she sent this fabric. You can see that? It's called Twilight from Country Stitch. It's the same fabric that she did her Fairy Moon on, and it was so incredible. So for my birthday, this is what she sent me. So very, very cool treasure. This one is Forest Goddess, but I think I might have her in the box of patterns. Queen Mermaid. Not started yet, but she's ready to go. It's kind of one of those rainy day starts that, you know, you plan for. I just haven't had a chance on a rainy day because I'm catching up on other stuff. Yikes. And this one is July's Amethyst Fairy. And I've seen other people do conversions of her, and they're gorgeous. But I kind of like her, you know, shadowy colors and stuff. The only thing I would probably change is I would probably jazz up the wings a bit and put some more sparkle or something on them. We're getting to the bottom, I promise. And then here, South Seas Mermaid. She's ready to go. We've been at this a long time. Their Mirabilias are kind of the obsession. What can I say? Nora's got it going on. Royal Holiday. There we go. I love this pattern. So many times I've thought about converting the cloak to blue, like a real dark velvety blue, and then the gown to silver, which would be amazing. And I just can't, I don't know. I'd almost have to stitch two of them because I love her the way she is. You know, with the red and the gold. The only thing I would change is probably, I don't know, maybe the candle. I don't know. And then I always thought, oh, she'd look so cool if her dress were black, her cape were dark purple, and then she was holding a pumpkin. That would be flippin' amazing too. But I ain't got around to it. Maybe somebody else will. And then Deepest Love. Also a work in progress. Just not a whole lot of progress. So I think that concludes. Nope. Nope, there's a couple more. Oh my God, if I forgot them, they'd, you know, have my head on a plate. Very Idle. She's a lip, as you can see. Mirabilia's Winter Queen. Fabric, Starquest Brittany. Love that fabric, it's my favorite. And this one I gotta turn it around, but it's Blossom Harvest. I'll open it up so you can see what she looks like. Right there. Very pretty lady. So those are the ones that I have sort of or ready to go. Now everything else is in the process of being kitted. This here is the travel the travel stash, I want to say, because I always put patterns in here that I'm looking to get kitted up in case I gotta move out of the sun here. In case I'm on my adventures that we would actually stop at a needlework store. That looks better. So in here we have Mermaid Undine. Now, keep in mind, none of these are really kitted. They might have some stuff, but not really. The Snow Queen. I finally found her snowflakes. And I did get her water lilies a while back. Red Lady Pirate. Oh, this I gotta share. I keep this in here, but it's a card that my youngest boy made. Oh gosh. Way back when Frozen was first come out, so I mean he was still young enough. But he was like, Happy Mother's Day, some people are worth melting for. And here's your Olaf. I mean, how sweet is that? Yeah, how sweet is that? And let's see. Oh, here is Forest Goddess. And Ella. Proud Princess. And I always thought she'd look so cute if she was actually the frog princess from the Disney movie. You know, like with the green dress and the crown and stuff. I just ain't got around to it, but... And I would rather stitch green than yellow. I'm not real crazy about yellow, but it has its place. There's red. And Shakespeare's Fairies, which is, their kit is down there in the box, but the pattern wasn't with it, so I didn't bring it up. Bluebeard's Princess, also a whip. I think I just needed to grab a couple stuff for her. Gypsy Mermaid, which isn't kitted at all. Rose Celebration, which I have actually two whips, one on the recommended 32 count linen, and she looks great on it. It's just, I was an idiot and started the skin over one on 32, and ooh, that girl's got a lot of skin. I mean, arms and face. So maybe once I get a proper stitchy station set up where I can have the magnifier light going, then I drag that one out and do it, but as of right now, no. Just because I ain't got the time to deal with it. Cassiopeia. And that concludes these travel-y ones that are still waiting for stuff, or, you know, whatever. A little more higher priority than the ones that are in the boot box. That sounds funny, don't it? I just get the boot box over here. So, we're gonna put this sucker. Alright. Pardon my technical difficulties here. Okay. Swing around to this. Thank you for your patience while we are experiencing technical difficulties. There. That works. Okay. So in here, we got some bulk going on here, so bear with me. Oh, and I also keep the little stitches. I don't have too many of them. Maybe just one, but also the Passion Laconos, because I love hers as well. And some of these are repeats, right, you know. So if they're repeats, I'm just going to throw them aside because you've already seen them. So we got White Christmas, Peony Garden. This one reminds me so much of Emma. You know, the Pride and Prejudice Emma, Persuasion, the Jane Austen heroines. That one reminds me of Emma. Like from Jane Austen. Oh, I got 2 Emmas. I might have to figure something out about that. May's Emerald Fairy. September Sapphire Fairy. Another Midsummer Night Fairy that Kirsten had. The Dreamer. January's Garnet Fairy. Summer Queen. Spring Queen. Fairy Treasures. She looks very Egyptian, I always thought. If she didn't have the wings, I mean, she could totally be Cleopatra. And she just has that look. These are more Corbetts. Let's keep it somewhat organized here. Cottage Garden Fairy. There we go. The Bliss Fairy. Companion to the other one that Joe just finished. Spring Topiary Garden. I always thought this one would look so neat. Let's get in there. If instead of a garden between the 2 fairies, if there was a poem or something. And I would love to do that. Find a poem that like talked about sisters or, you know, best friends or something, and put that down the middle instead of the garden. Oh, I think that'd be so pretty. Christmas Wishes. Sleeping Princess. I love that one. The mattresses look so cool. Queen of Freedom. Another Nora's. More Nora's. Damask Roses. Kirsten did this one, finished up, and oh my god, it's just gorgeous. Plus, it looks almost exactly like her. So, she had the short curly hair. So yeah, I definitely need to do that one. I just have not found the perfect fabric for it yet. Crystal Christmas. Touching the Autumn Sky. Garden Beauty. Lady Alexandra. And she has a lot of gorgeous conversions going on right now too that I've seen, and it's like I like it better than the gold and black together, because I'm in real life that looks very elegant and striking, but I don't know, it just doesn't sing to me. Cinderella. Elizabeth. There we go. Sabrina, and again, this one has also had some amazing conversions going on with it. I've seen people switch the white for pink, and that was amazing. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, and somebody else did one where they took out all the black and made it white for a bride, which was, oh, so gorgeous. So, very pretty, that one. Roses of Provence. This one I had actually entertained, let's see if I can get anything. Thoughts of doing a conversion, because the way she's holding her arms, she could totally be playing a violin. And so I actually took the pattern out and was like scribbling all around, you know, doing that. And then decided to give Mitty, Midsummer Night Fairy, the violin instead. So, but I was like, oh, finally there's one that's got her arms ready. And this was what? This is design number 124. And I'd been waiting this long for this when, you know, Midsummer Night Fairy was sitting in my stash for, like, what, 500 years? That was perfect for it anyway. Go figures. Sometimes you need to wake up and smell the coffee. This one is Night Nymph. And I think Sandra Lynch is working on the Night and Day Nymphs. And oh, they are so beautiful. Hi, Sandra. The Kiss by Mirabilia. Also lovely. I love it, but I wasn't crazy about the color, so I've always thought about changing it out, but never got around to it. Emerald Mermaid, and I love her, but I would jazz up the tail a little more. It's just, I don't know, it's too flat. To me, it needs some more dimension. Rose Arbor. I love her gloves. It's so elegant. I just love gloves. Poet and I didn't know it. I'm getting there, I promise. Like I said, it's been 20 or almost 20 years. Villa Mirabilia. And this is the only one out of all of them that my husband thinks looks like me. It's like, dude, if I had a dress like that, yeah, you wouldn't catch me out there farming now, would you? So be careful what you wish for, careful what you say. So, just because I wear my hair up so much, that's what he said. This one is Autumn in My Garden. And I like that because of the pumpkins. I'm not sure if I have the others of this set, but this one is my favorite of it. I like the pumpkins in it and the way it reminds me of my sister. This is Feather Fairy. That's what's not glaring at. She's so sassy. I like how she's strutting around. Oh, another Petal Fairy. That must have been one of Kirsten's, maybe. Fairy Tales. This is an old one. I haven't been able to find pictures of it being stitched, but the colors are kind of drab on it, you know. Let's see if I can get it up there. I mean, it's just there's a lot of grays, and it looks like the 610 3747. That's kind of a lavender, but yet it needs to be a conversion to brighten it up a little, I think. Fairy Roses. This is one Kirsten has quite a bit done. I mean, there's like hardly anything left to finish it. I want to say it's at least 3/4 done. This is November's Topaz Fairy. There you go. And I like this one, but it reminds me of those ads from like the 1940s or 50s, you know, old advertising, because it almost looks like she's dusting and holding a broom or something. I know I've seen that pose somewhere before, and it reminds me of those old advertisements. But she's still beautiful. And I doubt fairies do dusting and stuff because they got more important crap to do. This is Lily of the Woods. Very pretty. I love her. June's Pearl Fairy. Woodland Fairy. There you go. And I've seen other conversions of her. Thalie. Natalie. She's done an amazing conversion of her. I think she's converted the dresses in burgundies and wine. Oh, that is so gorgeous. So, Thalie, if you're watching, hi. This one is Mermaid of the Pearls, which is one I've already finished. And she's gotten real pearls, like, all over her. I didn't do the heart treasure, and I didn't do the pebble beads. but I just loaded her down with a lot of freshwater pearls in different sizes. Mediterranean Mermaid. Oh, it's deceiving how they put the picture in there. But I'm going to turn it sideways so that... There. And for this one, again, I gave her real pearls and I always say peridot because of the T. Peridot stones. This one is Aphrodite. And the newer ones. Lady Hera. I love the peacock in that. But I don't know as if I'd keep her like yellow and orange. I'm not real crazy about that. But I love that peacock. The Stargazer. And again, there's oh my god, there's a gorgeous conversion out there to greens and rust and a redhead. Oh, it's killing me. Her name is like right on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember it. I really suck at remembering names and oh god. Oh, I do. There's Peridot Fairy and Emily C. just finished this one and it's so gorgeous. Gives me hope that mine might get out of the box someday and look like that, but I ain't gonna hold my breath, that's for sure. I'll be dead. Maidens of the Season 2, and I love the cloak on winter. I just love it. And then here's Seasons of the 1, or number 1 in the set there. And there's Day Nymph. Shimmering Mermaid. She's got a very unique, pretty kind of tail. Santa's Magic. I love this Santa. He's just so elegant. Is like the only way to explain him. He's so elegant and not like, you know, traditional Santa in the red suit. You know, he's got more of an old world European kind of flair, and I like that. Christmas Flourishes, which in my opinion is probably the best face that Mirabilia has ever done. I love her. But I don't have fabric for her yet. This one is Garden Verses. This is an oldie too. I think it's like the second one she's done. There's Autumn Queen. There we go. Lovely Autumn Queen, which Kristen has waiting for me to work on down in the box underneath the bed. There's Fairy Flora. And me and Anne Marie were talking about this one just the other day. And I just love it because it reminds me of berry picking. And yeah, I really need to get that one kitted up because she's just really pretty. Savannah's Curtsy, and there again, I think she'd look really pretty as a conversion. But then maybe the colors aren't so, you know, dark in real life. I don't know. Something you'd need to pull the threads for and figure out. But I would definitely make her, but I would brighten it up. Elizabeth and the Lavender Sky. Another very pretty one. Although if I were to do it, I would probably skip all the border stuff and just do the lady in the middle. But that's just my personal thing. And then we got Nora Corbett's Anna. Poppy. Poppy reminds me of my sister because she got her hair cut like that once, and yeah, she's just sassy like that. Lily. And Magnolia. So, if you guys managed to stay with me this long, I truly appreciate it, and I'm happy to say that's the final to it. So, yeah, this is what happens when an obsession grows over almost 2 decades. But oh, aren't we lucky to have such an obsession? I mean, I know I am. I know, and eventually, you know, if I never get them done, well, I never get them done. Somebody else will get to enjoy them because, well, I have 2 boys. I know they aren't going to enjoy them. It's too girly, you know. Even though the one has done stitching before, he's done like gaming theme stuff. Nothing like these beauties, but at the same time, it's not his taste. So I'm just get back in where I'm comfy. So anyway, someone will enjoy them. You know, I'm not too scared about that. Just I will probably haunt them if my family were ever to send my stuff to a Goodwill. I'd make it a point to come back and haunt them. And yeah, I think I was bad in real life. Oh, try that one on. But anyway, I want to thank you for watching. Sorry if this took a little longer than what I thought it would, but that's the Mirabilia collection and probably the gist of my stash. What can I say? It's an addiction, and we gotta feed it. I gotta get caught up on the patterns that I don't have yet, but I ain't too worried about that because, you know, normally they're around. Still kind of bummed about Tiger Lily though. I should have jumped on that bandwagon before it was gone. But oh well. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. I will link Sandra and Emily. I wish Anne Marie did videos, but she hasn't yet. So I will link those YouTubers down below, so you can go see what they're up to and so forth. And other than that, that's all I got. This video was just supposed to be specifically for Mirabilia Parade. So that's all I'm going to talk about. So I will see you all very soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye. Oh my god, I am such an idiot. I forgot to list the ones that I actually have going out and about as active whips, you might say. So, duh. Sleeping Beauty, of course. Hi Dina. I will link your channel below too. I think Judy is going to be starting that one, and also another lady. So, anybody else wants to jump on that bandwagon? My Lady's Garden. Love how that one's working out, but it's so huge. It's taking forever, and I haven't worked on it in a while either. So, and of course, Midsummer Night Fairy. Mine of which has a violin. And Queen of Peace. There you go. Who is I'm converting to Annabelle Lee with a raven and black dress and all that sort of stuff. So I can't believe I forgot those. I swear if my head wasn't bolted on, I'd lose that too. There are days. But anyway, thought I'd better mention them because it's kind of like, where the heck did those go? But it's because they've been scattered around in miscellaneous various bags to like be ready to go on the fly to, God forbid, if I would get a spare moment and have boredom hit me. That ain't pretty. So anyway, now I can finally end my video and say thank you for watching, and I hope you all are well. Thanks for the likes, the subscriptions, the comments, and I will see you all very soon on your channels. Take care of yourselves. Bye.